Of course it was. But, slurp, I think the tea Rise-san makes this tastier. Oh my, thank you. I really am meticulous about my tea. Well now, I wonder if you'd say the same thing in a blind test. A blind test? You wear a blindfold and taste them and see if you can tell which is which. Rise-san, let's try it at once. Bring it on. Hey, wait a minute. They each took me by an arm and dragged me to the tea server. They were so snippy at each other before, but Rise-san and Mitsuki really do seem close. It must be Masaya-san's influence. Huh? For a time, they didn't speak at all. I see. For better or worse, Masaya-san is bringing change to our school. Isn't he, Ritsuko? I cannot deny that. Deny it. Konami has always been firm in her prejudice as well, but now I believe her other title might suit her better. Now that you mention it. That's right. She had 2 titles, didn't she? What was the other one again? It is Lame-san's Mercy. The Merciless Blade, one of Yana-san's Konami's titles. So you can have more than one at once. Even so, I cannot imagine we will see school-wide reform in the end. Yeah, I think there are a lot of people who want it to remain a girls' school. Yes. And you're so popular, Ritsuko. Although Rise-san is on a similar level. To be honest, I've had my doubts. I do not know if it was proper for me to lead our association. Even so, having accepted the position, I intend to fulfill my responsibilities. The Carolyn bells rang, announcing the start of Soirée Dansante. And of course it's in the basketball hoop still there. 10 o'clock. But they have some nice chandeliers. They're so into it. And some nice tables. The gym was already packed with people. In addition, despite being off in a corner, there was another group whose presence stood out clearly. It was a string orchestra. No way. And the school wasted more money. I knew that Vincians like to go overboard, but I never thought they'd have music play by a live string orchestra. What are you staring at? And now I know why it's Princess Evangile. It's like kind of reminds me of Princess Peach with the gold and the pink. Oh, whoa! Whoa! Oh, Rize-san, you look beautiful! That looks great on you!
あら、それはどうも。マサヤさんったらとてもストレートに褒めてくれるのね。なんだか照れてしまうわ。
Is her necklace on backwards? Oh, oh well. Ah, well, I thank you. It's rare to receive such a plainly spoken compliment from you. I feel quite beside myself. But it's true.
それはどうも。
Well, thank you.
でも、マサヤさんこそタキシード姿、とてもよく似合っていてよ。
But the tuxedo looks very fine on you as well, Masaya-san. Oh, I don't know. I kept looking in the mirror and thinking this isn't going to work.
いいえ、そんなことはないわ。
No, it looks wonderful. Rize-san was the one who arranged the tuxedo.
ソワレダンサントではみんなドレスを着るのよ。お相手のマサヤさんが普段着では締まらないでしょ。
Everyone wears dresses to the soirée dansante. It wouldn't do to have you being the only one in casual clothing. So she said. But hearing that everyone would be in dresses and actually seeing them in person are two very different things. Wow, she really is pretty. Seeing a beautiful like Rize-san dressed like this was no laughing matter. Of course, you zoom on her chest. The exposed skin of her breast was an amazing sight. It was unbelievably fair.
やだ、そんなに見つめたりして。
Oh my, you're staring. Ah. And here's Chio. Huh? Oh, Chio, you're wearing one too?
悪かったわね。
Well, excuse me. What's wrong? It looks really good on you.
そう？
But, really? Yeah. Although I've never really pictured you in a dress before. I was used to thinking of Chio as an athletic girl, so the sight was really striking. Unlike me, she seemed really suited to dressing up. You're beautiful.
もしかしてこの調子で全員を褒めるつもりかしら。
I wonder if he's going to compliment everyone like this. Probably will. What was that?
あなたって確かにタンタトゥルセルパンだわって言ったの。
I was saying you really are a Tinator serpent. Huh?
ごきげんよ
Salutations?
う。ごきげんよ
Salutations.
う。こんにちは。
Hello?
どうよ、マサヤさ
And
ん。
they all sounded the
こ
same.
の格好。
Well, Masaya-san, how do I look? Tami-san gave me a flirty wink. Eh, not as great as the others.
自分で言うのもなんだけど、私って普段はおちゃらけた印象が強いわ。アバンギャルドな帽子を屋内でもかぶったりしてね。
I admit, I usually give off a pretty ridiculous image, wearing my avant-garde hats indoors and all. So she is aware of it.
それがこんなに大変身。色気ムンムンの新たな一面を目の当たりにして。マサヤさん、惚れたでしょ？
So this is my big transformation. You're seeing the sultry and sexy side of me. Gets you pretty worked up, huh, Masaya-san?
何言ってるのよ。
But what are you talking about?
冗談だって。そう怒りなさんな。
It's a joke. Don't get so mad.
でも男子にとってはなんていうの？クラクラくる格好なんじゃないの？
But what is it that boys say? It's enough to stop traffic, right? Yeah.
お、断言。まあやっぱりそうよね。こんな肩なんか露出しちゃって。
Oh, confirmed. Well, I guess it's true. I am showing my shoulders and all.
女だけの時は全然気にもならなかったけど、男子が混じるとちょっと照れちゃうわよね。
I never really thought about it when it was all girls, but now that there's a boy in the mix, I feel a little self-conscious. Tami-san gave me an uncharacteristically bashful smile.
でもこれでもっと胸があったらよかったんだけどな。ぺったんこじゃ迫力ないってぶっちゃけ。
I wish my chest was a little bigger, though. Boards don't have much appeal, to be frank.
どこを見てるのよ。
What are you looking at? Ow.
まったく。
For heaven's sake. Ow, ow. They both pinch me.
胸がどうかしましたか？
What was that about chess? Of course you would say that. And where's Panterbell? And I expect more from you. A refreshing drink of Pepsi. All eyes turned and came to rest on a single point. It's huge! I had some idea of how big they were when she dressed casually, but after seeing her in a dress like this, it was worse than I imagined. Or better.
瑠璃子さんったらすごいわね。
Yuriko-san, you really are amazing.
ほう、何がでしょう。
In what sense?
胸よ、胸。
Your chest! Your chest! Without warning, Tammy thrusts a finger into her cleavage. Whoa!
すっご。ねね、マサヤさん、指が挟まれちゃったわよ。やわ肉に。
Wow! Hey, hey, Masai-san! My fingers trapped between your pillows! Would you really yell this? It's stuck! In her cleavage!
そこまで興奮しないでもいいじゃない。
It's nothing to get so excited about.
今のはもう完全にセクハラよ。
That was sexual harassment.
ああ、バストの話をしていたのですか。
So, you were speaking about breasts?
そう、普段は別に気にならないんだけどね。こんな服を着ているとね。
Yeah, and how we don't really think about them until we're dressed like this.
バストというと、パンターベルを保護した時のことを思い出してしまいますね。
Talk of breasts always reminds me of when I found Panterbell. Did you just find him in your cleavage one day? Why Panterbell?
お乳をあげたので。
I nursed him. I hope you mean heel and not breastfed. What?
冗談です。出ませんので。
It's a joke. I'm not lactating, of course. Of course. Thank God.
本当は胸に抱いて温めてあげたんです。体が冷え切っていましたので。
The truth is, I held him to my breast to keep him warm. He was so cold after all. Wow. That seemed more characteristic of Yuriko-san's kindness. You really have an orchestra, though. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it.
ええ、皐月祭は管弦楽部の晴れの舞台なのよ。
Yes, the May Festival is the orchestra's club's time to shine. They have a club for everything. And they're so good. Hey, what are they playing?
シュトラウスのワルツで春の声よ。
The Strauss Waltz, Voices of Spring. That's right. They said we'd be dancing the waltz. Waltz. Of course I couldn't dance it well myself. Just then, the chatter in the hall died down, as did the sound of the orchestra. All eyes turned to the stage. Marika-san, the student council president, proceeded to the center of it.
皆さん、ごきげんよう。
Salutations, everyone.
夜も更けて、皐月祭のメインであるソワレダンサントの時間となりました。
The time has come to begin the May Festival's main event, the all-night soirée dansante.
年に一度の夜です。皆さん、どうぞ楽しんでください。
This night only comes once a year. Please, enjoy yourselves, everyone.
では、今回の発案者である白百合会の会頭、リセからご挨拶をいただきましょう。
Now, we will have a few words from Rise, the leader of the White Lily Society, which proposed this year's idea.
リセ、こちらへ。
Rise, come here.
じゃ、行ってくるわ。
Okay, I'm off. Misu-san waved lightly, then with a warrior's calm, proceeded to the stage. Wow, she really is imposing. It's moments like these that remind me why she was known as Soleil de Ecole. She issued a greeting and a simple explanation. Then the strings resumed the waltz. Misu-san remained at the podium with the air of a master of ceremonies.
なんだか去年より盛り上がってる感じがするわね。
It feels a little livelier than last year.
みんな早くマサヤさんに身を任せたくてそわそわしているんでしょうね。
I'm sure they're all restlessly hoping to be taken by Messiah-san. Huh?
身を任せるって普通に踊るって言いなさいよ。
Taken? Just say dancing like a normal person. Is that what you meant?
っていうかそれはないでしょう。大体みんな誰が相手か分かっているんだし。
Besides, that's not true anyway. Everyone knows who they're dancing with.
それもそうでした。
That's right.
ただ夜も更ければ順番が回ってくることもあるわけで。
But as the night goes on, their turns will come.
そっか。
I see.
女ばっかりの中に男が一人。濡れ手に泡というか入れ食いというか。
The only boy in a room full of girls is like fish in a barrel.
でも私などは今からそわそわしていますよ。早くマサヤさんの硬くて熱いあそこに触れたくて。
Yuriko. You look so sweet and innocent. But the things you say. But I feel quite excited myself. I can't wait to touch Messiah-san in his rough, hard place.
どこのこと言ってるのよ。
What are you talking about again?
手のひらですが。
His hand? Are you not sure?
手のひらちょっと見せて。
His hand? Let me feel. Sure.
あ、本当だ。
Wow. It really is. Tommy-san poked at my hand with her finger.
私と比べるとずっと硬い。
It's much rougher than mine. Wow. I'm not a toy, you know. Even though I squeak.
減るもんじゃなし。
Oh, it's fine. I'm not hurting you.
あら。でも
Huh? But
前に比べるとだいぶふにゃふにゃしているような気もします。
I feel as if it's a bit softer than before.
あ、本当だ。だいぶふにゃってる。
Oh, that's right. It's really gone soft.
前はあんなに硬かったのに。
And it was so hard before. You're really disappointed.
何の話をしているんですか？
What are you people talking about? Oh, it's nothing important.
今年は去年に比べて活気がありますねという話をしていたんです。
We were talking about how the dance seems livelier than last year.
何しろ今年は男子がいますからね。私も少し浮き足立っています。
Well, we do have a boy here this year. I feel rather swept away myself. And the dresses would be more extravagant. Oh.
おや、リツコもそういうこと気にするんだ。
Wow. You too, Ritsuko?
マサヤ様、卵はもう開封しました。
Messiah-sama, have you opened your egg yet? No, not yet. She said we'd start with the seniors, so I want to wait until the last minute.
そうですか。
Huh, I see. Mitsuko-chan gave a stiff bow, then walked away quickly.
どうしたんだろう。なんか様子が変だったけど。
What's with her? She's acting pretty weird.
マサヤさんとの熱い抱擁を想像してしまったとか。
Perhaps she is imagining Masaya-san's passionate embrace. Probably
ダ
not.
ンスでしょ、あくまで。
It's still just dancing.
では後期課程3年生の方は中に入っていた紙を持って相手の人のところまで行ってください。
Now, third year final course students, please present the paper inside your egg to the person whose name is written on it.
おっと、始まったみたいね。じゃあ端っこにでも寄ってましょうか。
Oh, looks like it's starting. Guess it's time to move off to the side. Yeah. We all lined up against the wall. Just then, I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned.
ごきげんよ。
And let's see. Which voice? Salutations. Okay. That sounds like the 100 others. Oh. Oh, yes. It was a girl I'd never seen before. And yeah, okay dress. She's incredibly beautiful. But what does she want with me?
君がまさやくんね。確認するまでもないか。何せたった一人の男子だもの。
You're Masaya-kun, right? I guess I don't need to ask. You're the only boy here, after all.
はじめまして。私は3年 D 組の北見門彩香よ。
What's with these poses? Stop bending over. And what is this attached to? Oh well. I'll never know. Nice to meet you. I'm Katami Koto Ayaka of Class 3D. Oh, a pleasure. I'm Okanagi Masaya of 2C. Mikado? I've heard that name before.
じゃ、まさやくん。私の相手はあなたよ。よろしくね。
Okay, Masaya-kun. You're dancing with me. Please, be gentle. Huh?
えって何かしら。
What do you mean, Well, but Ayaka-san gave me such a dazzling smile that I couldn't find it in me to resist.
ほら、いらっしゃいな。
Come along now. She took my hand and pulled at me lightly. I stumbled out onto the floor.
ダンスは初めて？体がカチコチじゃの。
Is this your first time dancing? You're so stiff. Oh, yeah.
お姉さんがリードしてあげる。
Nice tucks. In that case, I'll take the lead for you. Wow. It's like my head is spinning. As she pressed close to me, I felt a sweet fragrance tickle my nose. A woman's scent alone was enough to get my heart racing, but now I had her softness against my body too. They were huge, maybe even bigger than Yuriko-san's. Yeah, I don't know about that. In particular, since I was looking down from above, her cleavage stood out even more. Amazing! Breathing shallowly, I did my best I could to follow the steps of the dance without stepping on her feet.
あれ？あいつ何やってるんだろう。
What? What is he doing?
あら？あれは彩香様。
Huh? That appears to be Ayaka-sama.
踊ってるのよね。
Are they dancing?
みたいですが。
They appear to be.
変ね。だって昼間散々大騒ぎしたじゃないの。彼の相手が好みになって。
That's strange. There was a big fuss about it this afternoon. He should be dancing with Konami.
ああ、マサヤさんが見つけたイースターエッグが彩香様のだった。
Ah, then the Easter egg that Masaya-san found belonged to Ayaka-sama.
だって今は3年生の番でしょ。
But it's the 30 year student's pick, isn't it?
それもそうでした。
That is true.
なんか変ね。
So, it's pretty weird.
うわ、すっごい赤い顔しちゃって。もう何 どうなってるのかしら。
Wow, look at him blush. I wonder what they're talking about. Ayaka-san? I finally managed to catch my breath enough to ask her the question I've been wondering. Besides, if I spent the whole time silently staring at her chest, she'd have my number pretty quick.
あら、バーセンヌでは上級生は様で呼ばなくてはいけないのよ。それが不分律だもの。
Ah, I've been seeing one refers to one's elders as Sama. That's a written rule here. Oh, that's right.
でもいいわ。
But I don't mind.
私に対してはさん付けで結構よ。君も慣れないだろうし。
You can address me as San. You must be unaccustomed to it after all.
私は不分律なんか気にしないし、実際のところ様なんて堅苦しくてちょっと嫌なのよ。
I don't put much stock in unwritten rules anyway. I find Sama to be overly formal.
だから彩香さんでどうぞ。
So, please, call me Ayaka-san. Oh, right.
それで何かしら？
So, what did you want to ask? Do you have the paper with my name on it? The rule said that she was supposed to show it to me before we dance.
ああ、あれ、それがね、なくしちゃったのよ。
Oh, that. Well, actually, I lost it. Lost it? Probably just wanted to dance with him.
歩いていたら急にカラスが襲いかかってきて怖かったわ。
Yes, I was walking down the path when I was suddenly attacked by a crow. It was scary.
それで口でくわえて飛んでいっちゃったの。そんなことってあるのね。
Then it flew off with the paper in its beak. That kind of thing happens all the time, you know? Huh. That seems awfully fishy to me. Rather, it was a bold-faced lie. But, oh well. I wasn't going to complain about dancing with a beauty like her after all. But still. I turned my head to still peek back at the wall. Wow, everyone's watching us.
ダメ。
None of that! Whoops. She reached out to turn my face back to her.
ダンスの最中に相手から意識をそらすなんてマナー違反だわ。
It's poor manners not to watch your partner during a dance. I'm sorry.
君は私のこと知らないだろうけど、
You may not know me, but
私は注目していたのよ。何しろ男の子だし、一体どんな人なのかなって。
I've been watching you for a while. You're a boy after all. I've wanted to know what kind of person you are.
でも受ける印象がまちまちなのよね。案外勇ましい男の子なのかと思えば。
But I've had several different impressions of you. One minute you seem surprisingly noble.
確かにダンタトゥルフェルパンにしか思えないようなこともやったりしている。
The next, I have no choice but to consider you a teenager servant.
一体どれがマサヤくんの実像なのかしら。
Which is the real Masaya-kun? I wonder.
待って、
Wait. Huh?
口で聞かされるよりも交流を通じて知っていった方がいいと思うから、おいおいね。
Rather than taking your word for it, I thought it would be better to interact with you and find out, little by little, you know? I realized we were nearing the end of the song. I had been so nervous, I barely felt the time passing.
今回一緒にダンスを踊ったことで君のこと一つだけ理解できた点があるわ。
But, dancing with you like this, I did learn one thing about you. That I'm a terrible dancer. Huh?
男の子ってやっぱりちょっとエッチなのね。
Boys really do have dirty minds. So she had my number after all. Sorry.
いいえ、私としても一つ勉強になったもの。
Not at all. It was extremely educational. Ayaka-san smiled as she said it. Apparently she wasn't the type to be bothered by that kind of thing. The song finished and she pulled away. The sweet smell and the softness that had enchanted me all through the dance were gone in an instant.
それじゃあまたね。ごきげんよう。
Well, I should be going. Salutations. And bend over while I leave. Ah, right. I found myself wishing that the song had lasted a little bit longer.
まさやくんか。噂以上に可愛い子じゃない。
Masaya-kun, he might be even cuter than he was rumored to be.
あんた、いつの間に彩香様と親しくなっていたわけ？
When did he get so cozy with Ayaka-sama? What do you mean? I've never seen her before.
へえ、この狭い学校で初対面ね。
Oh, this tiny little school, and you've never seen her even once? Why are you looking at me like that? Well, I guess maybe I've seen her before, but this is the first time we ever really talked.
まあまあ、それより気にかかるのはダンスをしていたことです。
Now, the more pressing matter is how she invited you to dance.
そうよ、そうそう。だって君のお相手はミニオンプーペでしょ？彩香様から紙をもらったの？
Yeah, that's right. Mignon Pope should be your partner, shouldn't she? Did she give Ayaka-sama her paper? No, she said it got stolen by a crow.
また適当な嘘ね。
What a blatant lie.
君だってそれが嘘だってことは分かったんでしょ？なのに誘いを断らなかったんだ。
Even you should have known that it was a lie. So why did you turn her down? Or didn't?
だって？
Oh, well, she's pretty.
なるほどね。
Oh, I see.
まったく、だらしない男ね。
For heaven's sake, you're shameless, but honest. This isn't about shame. It's just hard to refuse when someone goes out of their way to ask you like that.
まあね。彩香様はなんて？
That's true. I guess. What did Ayaka-sama say? She said she'd been watching me.
でもマサヤさんがうちに来てもうかれこれ1ヶ月よね。彩香様って案外用心深いところがあったのかな。
Oh? But you've been here a whole month now. I never knew Ayaka-sama was so cautious.
では次は中期課程に移ります。中期課程3年生の方、紙を持ってどうぞ。
We will now proceed to the intermediary students. Will intermediary course third years please take out their papers? Kanami-chan is an intermediary third year, isn't she?
マサヤさん、そのままで振り返らないでください。
Don't turn around, Masaya-san. Huh?
背中から熱気を感じませんか？
You don't feel that heat at your back? I didn't feel any heat, though I did sense someone there.
この見たら面白い格好をしているじゃない。
That's an interesting outfit, Kanami. So was Kanami-chan after all.
ではマサヤさん、どうぞ振り返ってください。
Well then, Masaya-san, you may turn. Right.
感動のご対面です。
What an emotional meeting. Ryoko-san had a really mischievous streak. I almost read that as steak. And of course you're wearing a Kendo outfit. Oh, I guess it's kind of formal. Oh.
なんですか？これから対決しようという時にその気の抜けた顔は。
And doesn't count as a dress. It might count as a dress. Oh well. What's wrong with you? Is that the attitude you take to a duel? A duel? But why are you dressed like that?
これはナギナタの道着です。
This is my Naginata uniform! Right. I know that, but... Oh. One click.
あなたの魔力に対峙するにあたって私にはこれが必要と判断しました。
I deemed it necessary in order to combat your sorcery! She had mentioned sorcery earlier that day too. She ignored my question and continued speaking, undaunted.
道着を着れば心身ともに引き締まります。言うなれば私 私の防御力を高めてくれる。
Wearing a uniform unifies the body and mind. To put it simply, it raises my defense's prowess.
それにこれには私の血と汗と涙が染み込んでいるんです。
Ew. In addition, it is drenched in my blood, sweat, and tears.
なぎなたをやっていて辛かったこと、楽しかったこと、その全てがぎゅっと詰まっているんです。
All of the suffering and joy that I have experienced practicing the naginata are contained within it. Right.
だからこれさえ着ていれば私はきっとあなたなんかには負けない。
And so, as long as I'm wearing it, I will not lose to the likes of you! A duel?
いつの間に勝負っぽくなっていたんでしょうか。
But when did this become competitive?
ダンスって勝負だったの？
Dancing is competitive, isn't it?
採点する人などは特にいませんが。
Yeah, but not this type of dancing. Oh well. It's true that dancers are occasionally graded, but... Konomi-chan? I mean, Konomi?
何ですか？
What is it? I don't understand a lot of this, but could you at least explain this sorcery thing?
この後に及んで白を切るんですか？
You're going to feign ignorance of what you did to me? What did I do again?
私の心と体をおかしくさせたくせに。
After you addled my mind and body that way?
タンタトゥルセルパーの本領発揮ね。
Oh? The Teenager Serpent shows its true colors?
あんた何やったのよ。
Hey, what did you do to her? I thought I heard a zipper in the background. Oh. It's weird. I didn't do anything. I can't breathe.
相手はまだ子供なのよ。一体何考えてるのよ。
She's just a child. What were you thinking? She's not a child.
言い訳言うの。
That's no excuse. But I really didn't do anything.
今度は私負けません。これさえ着ていれば100人力です。
I won't lose this time. With my uniform on, I have the strength of 100.
もうダンスが始まるみたいですよ。リセさんもこちらを気にしていらっしゃいますし、その辺で。
It appears the dance is starting. Risu-san is looking our way. So we really should. Chio finally released me and Konami-chan went into a battle stance. Where did you get this? Hello.
さあ、来い。
Now, come at me! You do know it's still a dance, right? I really didn't want her to stab me with her naginata. But where did that come from anyway? Well, come on, let's go. We'll make trouble for the others if we keep standing around here talking.
はい。
Right! With that, the two of us finally headed for the dance floor. The dance had already started around us. We took hands, drew in close to one another, and joined in with the others. I wondered how to break the ice. If I didn't say anything, my palms would start to sweat. Konami-chan? Konami-chan? Oops, I called her Chan. Konami, I bowed before. Did you see what happened? Huh? Weird. I guess she wasn't ignoring me because of the Chan thing. Are you okay?
何ですか？
Why do you ask? It's just, you were staring out into space.
ぼーっとなんかしていません。
I was not staring out into space! Then, did you hear what I said?
周りがうるさいので、あと音楽とか。
Well, it's just so noisy. And there's the music too.
で、 何ですか？
So, what is it? I was wondering if you saw what happened.
さっきの？
What happened? No, it's probably better if you didn't. He had probably been too distracted to look around. Even now, though I was hardly in a position to judge, Konami-chan's dancing was really poor. To be honest, the two of us together were really just stepping randomly while our bodies swayed.
またです。また触れているところが熱くなって足の裏から力が抜けていくような感覚があって。
It's happening again! Again! Just touching him makes me feel hot. My legs are going numb.
信じられない。信じたくない。私は道着を着てさえタンタトルセルパンの魔力に屈してしまうというの？
I can't believe it! I don't want to believe it. Even in my uniform, must I still yield in the face of Tinator Serpent sorcery?
そんなの嘘だ。変だ。
It can't be true. It's so strange.
試合ではどんなに不利な状況でも決して屈したことのない私なのに。
During a match, no matter how at a disadvantage I am, I've never yielded before.
あー
And back to my view. Is she okay? Waves of sweat were forming on Konami's forehead. Her eyes were darting all around the room. I couldn't let her go on this way. I gave her shoulders a light shake. Konami-chan, how about we take a break and sit down? Hey now. She clapped suddenly with like a marionette with the strings cut. I took her in my arms quickly.
魔力許さない。
Filthy sorcery. Konami-chan murmured something as her eyes closed, but I couldn't make it out. The waltz had finished, so I picked her up and carried her back to the corner.
大丈夫なの？
Is she okay? I don't know. I wonder if she's fighting a cold.
倒れてしまったんですか？
Did she faint? Ah, Sister Mishima. Yeah, she did.
熱はないようですね。顔が少し青ざめていますが。
She doesn't seem to have a
熱でしょ？
She doesn't seem to have a fever, though she looks a bit pale. It must be anemia.
おそらく緊張していたのではないですか？
At any rate, did she appear to be very nervous? She did. She was covered in sweat.
実際のところこういうことはよくあることなんですよ。
To be honest, this kind of thing happens quite often. Oh, really?
憧れのお姉様のお相手を務めた時などは。
When girls are facing their beloved Onisamas. Huh. Although in this case, it was probably just because I was a guy.
はっきり言って貧血などまだまだです。私の時など滝のような話が。
Really? Anemia is just a mild form of it. In my day, we got nosebleeds like fountains. I see. Anyway, should I take her to the nurse's office? I've been holding Konami-chan in my arms the entire time we were talking. Her body was soft and yielding, though still a far cry from Ayaka-san's.
こうしたことに備えて体育館の隅にマットレスを敷いてあります。そちらに寝かせてあげましょう。
We have mattresses laid out in the corner of the gym just for just such occasions. Let's let her rest there. At least you're prepared. Yes, ma'am. Sister Mishima led me to the spot, and I laid Konami-chan down. As I moved her, I could hear her murmuring something. I couldn't help but feel sorry for making her feel so anxious. It was time for the final course second years to choose their partners. In other words, my turn. Who will it be, I wonder? I had been waiting all day for this, so I really was excited. Did I get a choice? With my heart racing, I opened the egg, and then written on the paper was... No way.
誰だったの？
Who was it? I silently showed her the paper. Mitsuki?
あら
Yeah.
君運がいいわね。お相手がかのベルエピーヌだなんて。
Oh, so Ritsuko? Yeah, I think Ritsuko. Oh my, you really are lucky. You get to dance with Bella and Pine. Is this really going to be okay?
何をうろたえてるのよ。
What are you all flustered about? Well, it's just...
ま、いいんじゃないの。ほら、あっちだってこっちのこと見てる。
It'll be fine. See? She's even looking your way. You turn back to look.
さっきもどうも様子が変だったし、多分見つけたのが君だって推測がついていたんでしょうね。
I thought she was acting strangely. She probably deduced that it was her egg you found. Yusa-san made the announcement, and all the second years started to move. Among the tide of students, Mitsuko's delicate body remained stock still.
女の子を待たせない。さっさと行く。
You can't keep a lady waiting. Go already! She gave me a hard shove. More like a smack, wow. Sounded like a punch, and headed over to Ritsuka-chan.
どうしたんですか。背中を叩かれていましたが。
What's the matter? It looked like she pushed you. Oh, a little. Anyway, is this okay?
何がでしょう。
To what do you refer? Dancing with me.
よくはありません。
It is not okay. I thought so.
ただ、これはルールですので。
But rules are rules. What?
私はルールであればそれに従います。
I am a person who follows the rules. And the only person with the rose. Well, from this angle, it looks a little better than I thought. Hello. Really? But I think the most important thing is having fun. Oh, and I just noticed she has a cross. Never noticed that was a cross. Oh well. Well, of course, if there's a part of you that thinks it might be fun to dance with me, you know.
マサヤ様、
Masaya-sama. Yeah?
周りは皆ダンスを始めています。立って話をしていては不自然かと。
The others have already begun dancing. They would think it unnatural for us to remain here, talking. Huh, right. We took hands and began to dance the waltz. Mitsuko-chan, as expected, nearly danced well. But I was a miserable sight, mostly just shuffling my feet around.
マサヤ様、先ほどは申し訳ありませんでした。
Masaya-sama, please forgive me for earlier. Huh? What do you mean earlier?
最初のダンスのお相手、あれは私の姉です。
That was your sister? Biological sister or best friend sister? I don't know. They might have had the same colored eyes, but doesn't matter in anime. Your first dance partner. That was my older sister. Oh, your sister? I suddenly remembered. Oh, so a biological sister. Mitsuko-san. Your last name is Kita Mikado, isn't it?
はい、
Yes. Right. Students here rarely use their last names, so I'd completely forgotten. That's right. I thought her name seemed a little familiar, and there's something familiar about her face too. That makes sense. So was you she reminded me of.
何か失礼なことありませんでしたか。
Did she offend you in any way? Offend me? No, not at all.
そうですか。ただ、姉がマサヤ様のイースターエッグを見つけたはずはありませんから。
I see. But it was obvious that my sister did not find your Easter egg. Well, that's true.
いつもそうなんです。姉は規則を守ることに関しては無頓着です。
My sister is always like this. She never was one to respect the rules. So she's a rule breaker in the family and you follow rules. Complete opposites. She spoke the words indifferently, with no trace of anger in her voice.
それでよく学校側とトラブルにもなりますが、一向に意に介する様子もありません。
It often gets her in trouble with the school, but it never seems to concern her.
途中から先生方も諦めてしまったようですが、本当仕方のない姉なんです。
At some point, the teachers just seemed to give up. Really, I don't know what to do with her. He's sort of a problem child, huh? Great movie.
そうですね。
I suppose you could say that. But he seemed friendly and easy to talk to me. Huh? Oh, I don't mean that you're hard to talk to or anything like that. Anyway, she didn't leave a bad impression. There's nothing you need to apologize for.
そうですか。
I see. Huh.
姉のことをそんな風に言ってくれるのはきっとここではあなただけだと思います。
I believe you are the only person here who would say such a thing about my sister.
何か？
What is it? She reacted to my surprise with suspicion. No, I was just thinking. This is the first time I've ever seen you smile, Mitsuko-chan.
さっきから気になっていたのですが、ちゃん付けはやめてください。
I've been meaning to ask you, but please stop addressing me as Chan. Huh, right. I didn't know what their relationship was like, but I could tell that she cared about her sister. That much was clear.
私には正直言って男子をサンプルにするという理事長やリセ様のお考えは今一つ理解できませんでした。
If I may be honest, I have never understood the chairwoman's or Rise-sama's desire to bring in a sample of boys. However,
あなたがバンセンヌにとって新風であるというそのことはきっと正真正銘の事実なのでしょうね。
you have brought a breath of fresh air to Vincine's. That much is absolutely true. Guess so. I think they were hoping I'd have some kind of effect on people. That was the reason they brought me here.
少なくとも一人には与えているようですよ。
At the least, you have had an effect on one person. Huh? Mitsuko-chan's expression relaxed slightly. Another first for the night. Then, she turned her eyes to the side. I followed her gaze. Really, Konami? Konami-chan was weaving exteriously through the crowd, heading right for us. In addition, she was carrying a dangerous item in her hands. Get away from here now, Oni-sama!
一体どうしたのよ、このみ。
For heaven's sake, what are you doing, Konami?
やはりその男はタンタトルシルパーだったのです。いえ、アッキです。アッキどもの頭、ベルゼブルです。
I knew that man was a teenager serpent! No, he's a devil! The leader of the devils! Beelzebub!
何を言っているの？
What are you talking about?
この血と汗と涙の染み込んだ道着でも低層を守りきれなかった。私は
Even this uniform, stained with blood, sweat, and tears! Could not protect my virtue! I have been...
低層ってあなた自分が何を言っているか分かってるの？
Yeah, your virtue? Do you even understand what you're saying? Even Mitsuko-chan's eyes went wide at that.
見ていたけど普通にワルツを踊っていただけじゃない。
It appeared to me that you were dancing an ordinary waltz.
だってお姉様は感じないんですか？
But Oni-sama, didn't you feel it? She was practically shrieking. Now, the orchestra had stopped playing, and the others were watching us with bated breath.
何を？
Feel what?
だからその言葉ではうまく言えませんが。
But, well, well, it's hard to describe it, but... Yes? And she slowly faints again.
Konami?
Konami! Well, This time, when she fainted, her face was bright red. Really? What's going on here? The others ran to help quickly, and I felt safe leaving Konami-chan to them. Sorcery, huh? I tilted my head. Maybe I had some kind of magical powers after all. Well, it was worth a try. Really? Kamehameha! What are you doing? She could have at least let me finish. With all the chaos and Frieza attacking the gym, it was well into the night by the time Wu with Oof had finished. I let out a loud yawn. Are you feeling sleepy? It's still early yet? Yeah, I guess I am. The truth is, I probably could have handled it before it came to Vincine's. Hopefully my mic doesn't pick up the vacuuming in the background, but I probably will. But this chapter should be almost over. But after spending this past month trying to live in line with the rules, I had to become something of a morning person. Look! Everyone else is still bursting with energy. It looks like they are. Wu with Oof had ended, and this soiree dansante proper was beginning. In other words, people were dancing with their own choice of partners. The orchestra played as elegantly as ever. I had begun to think its members were superhuman. In the end, I think they all want to dance with their preferred partner. I wonder how long the orchestra is going to last, though. You can only play an instrument for so long. Especially since this ball lasts like all night. I stared out into space for a minute, then wiped my eyes. I really was getting sleepy. Maybe it was a release of all that tension. I'd had a succession of partners. Ayaka. Sounds weird. Ayaka-san, Konami-chan, and Mitsuko-chan. All beautiful, but very different kinds of girls. Seeing it as I'd never held a girl's hand before today, it was natural that I should be nervous. Never even held Chio's hand? And you were childhood friends. Darn. Couldn't stop yawning. It's contagious. Participation in the soiree dansante isn't obligatory, right? Oh, of course it isn't. Okay, I was thinking I'd head back to my room and before I could finish, I found my left and right arms pinned. By Chio and Rise, of course. Masaya? Masaya-san? Huh? I looked quickly left and right. I was so sleepy. It took me a second to grasp the situation. Huh? They were each pulling out one of my arms. Hey, it's like a tug of war. Like tug of war? Ah, I wonder if they would tear his body in half, like bread. It's pretty dark, Yuriko. You have experience with that, huh? What is it? I was addressing the both of them. It's still early. It's still early. So. Stop talking at the same time. Let's dance. Let's dance. Actually, I was thinking of getting to bed. Huh? Oh, it doesn't matter. Masaya-san, you appear to have obligations at the moment. Right. Well, okay. Who first? Question you should never ask. The two of them glared at each other. Chio-san, would you mind unhanding him? I grabbed him first, after all.
私でしょ、先に誘ったのは。
What? No! I invited him first.
どうかしらね。
I doubt that claim.
ちょっとマサヤ、あんたからもなんか言いなさいよ。
Hey, Messiah! Say something already!
先に誘ったのは私よね。
I invited you first, right?
いいえ、私だったはずだわ。
No, I'm certain that I did. Look. I'm already half asleep here.
あんたね。
You little... Look, I can't help it.
早くいらっしゃいな。
Really? Come along, already! Yank and yank. They slowly go across. Probably gonna rip the suit up.
こっちだってば。
No, he's coming with me! Ow! Ow, ow, ow! It doesn't matter who goes first!
よくない。よくない。
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Hey! Hey,
どっちにするのよ。
who goes first? Who goes first? And the end of the chapter. I was in with them fighting. Well, it was a good ball. Chapter 6. Love letter,
パニック。
love letter panic. And a lot of explosions. And we went from May 4th all the way to May 9th. 5 days went by like that. And it's after school. Well, guys, I think I'm going to stop it here for now. So thank you guys for watching. But this is it for now for Celestial Shadows. For Princess Evangile. I'm Celestial Shadows. But bye for now, and hopefully I can start chapter 6 tomorrow or something. Whenever I record again. Since it's gonna probably take a while to beat this game and go through all the routes. Well, thank you guys for watching again. But bye for now.